We have the court on the line. This is a time set for a status conference in the matter of iCap Enterprises, Inc., case number 23-01243. On the line on behalf of the debtors, we have Tyler Tarasi.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And Julian Garuli.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Jay Kornfeld on behalf of iCap Equity Note Holders.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Vadim Rubenstein on behalf of Serene Investment Management LLC.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Gary Dyer on behalf of the U.S. Trustees.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Darren Kratoy on behalf of Redmond Funding Group LLC.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Is there anyone else on this line that I did not identify? Thank you. This hearing is being recorded. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. So we're here. I had previously, in connection with the first day hearings in these cases, set the final hearing for the DIC financing, the consulting agreement, and the other relief that was granted just on an interim basis for Monday, October 30th. That date was predicated on my hope that we might have a creditors committee appointed on or before October 16th, maybe the 17th, but around the 16th to give them about 2 weeks to get up to speed and engage in the back and forth that I think will inevitably happen, at least regarding the final DIP order and perhaps other things. I haven't seen, and my understanding is that a committee hasn't been appointed quite yet, so I think we ought to reschedule that October 30th hearing. So, Mr. Dyer, could I get an update on kind of your sense of the timing?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I think we're almost ready to go. Mr. Miller was very good in turning some information around at my request. And a couple of other possible candidates apparently are not going to engage in providing further information to me. So I think I have a committee ready for the U.S. trustee to review and look at. So I expect we will file the appointment later today or tomorrow with those, unless there's some hiccup I don't know about that would delay it any further.
Okay, and then they'll once formed, if they haven't done so already, meet the same advisors.
Your Honor, I will communicate with them most likely initially by email to try and organize them into some manner and introduce them to each other, and they will then make their way as a committee to move forward towards the professionals that they think they need.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dyer. Given that, I think I've had a trial set, but that matter settled, so November 6th is freed up, so we'll just push things a week with the expectation the committee will be formed today, maybe tomorrow, get up to speed and have professionals in place by Monday, or Tuesday next week, which will give them about 2 weeks to vet everything. So, Mr. Garuli, would that work to just push things out a week?
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, Julian Garuli. Your Honor, I think that makes good sense, and I just, for what it's worth, open my calendar. November 6th, Your Honor, that looks good for me. So, thank you.
Mr. Rubenstein, does that work okay for you?
That works for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. So we will strike let me ask, Ms. Wood, do you anticipate any other motions or anything at this point? You'd need to shorten time, but anything else that we'd need to do on the 30th?
Your Honor, we had, on an interim basis, also requested approval of Mr. Christensen's consulting agreement, and that was going to be set for a final hearing. My view, Your Honor, is that that's probably a relief request that's similar to the DIP the committee would like to probably have a chance to review and talk to us about. So I think I'm fine moving that on to the 6th as well.
Right, and the taxes, I remember.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And you're not anticipating at this point any new motions being filed that we need that day for?
Not in time for the 30th, Your Honor. I do anticipate we'll have some motions on file in advance of, I think Your Honor had set an omnibus hearing date also the following week. I believe it's the 14th.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So we might have some items on for that too, but I think that's it for the 6th.
Okay. So we will then strike and take off calendar everything on October 30th, continue the several motions set for hearing to Monday, November 6th, also starting at 9:30 a.m. and presumptively in person unless we hear within a few days of the hearing there's no need for testimony or anything, and then we can convert that to a phone-only hearing. I haven't gone back to revisit the interim orders and can't recall if there's a deadline that burns off that corresponded to that October 30th deadline. If there is and the debtors need a bridge order on any of those, just extending it out for that week, I'd be happy to sign such an order if it's needed. So, okay. Anything further to cover while we're on the phone today, Mr. Willows?
Your Honor, no. Thank you, Your Honor. Just by way of very brief update, Your Honor, you might have seen and would imagine that we're pressing forward on a number of tracks here. Also, by way of update, we did close under interim approval of the DIP with an interim basis. Employment applications for the debtors' professionals have been filed, Your Honor. The Paladin team is working on a number of fronts, including retaining real estate advisors and brokers, as we previewed at the first day hearing. They're also, I know, Your Honor, from conversations I've been having with them daily, laser focused on getting the schedules and so forth together and filed on the timeline we discussed at the first day hearing and the court approved. Filed a 2004 motion on an ex-party basis, which Your Honor was kind enough to grant earlier this week, so that falls into the discovery and investigation bucket, which is also moving forward. And I think lastly, Your Honor, we really are, speaking for myself and I know Mr. Miller, looking forward to the appointment of the committee in this case because they will be a critical part of this team. So as soon as that happens, we look forward to getting together with them to advance this case. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you for the updates. I have seen the activity on the docket. It does seem like we're moving forward on several fronts, which is good. Mr. Dyer, anything further you'd like to cover today?
No, Your Honor, except on November 6th, will the court entertain telephone appearance because I have elder care issues. It will, I'll interrupt and be available by phone, but November 6th.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's no problem. And I think that fits for any, obviously, I guess if you're presenting witnesses or cross-examining witnesses, I prefer that be done that pretty much has to be done in person to be done well. But otherwise, just listening in or speaking by phone is perfectly fine, Mr. Dyer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that will be true as it has been in Easter Day, Astra, and all further hearings in this case that are set in person will make the conference line available as well for anyone who wants to listen in. So. Okay. Anything else anyone else on the phone would like to be heard about today? Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone's time this afternoon. We'll get that final hearing kicked out a week, and I look forward to seeing or hearing from everyone then, if not before. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice rest of the day. We're adjourned.
Thank you.